but they don't take that opportunity on the power play. Instead, they try to enter the zone slowly or on a dump in after they get everybody at the blue line, and it doesn't make sense to me.
No, especially in the preseason, like just roll with whatever you have. If you do something by accident, all right, change on the fly. Where all 5 of those men are good enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't get over that over 9 because it's such an extreme number that, and again, like maybe you really just weren't trying that hard. But at the same time, this is an issue that needed to be fixed last year. It's time to try hard. If you were going to go hard during 18 minutes of a game, let it be those 18 minutes.
Yeah, you spend a third of the game on the power play and you don't convert on any of it is kind of crazy. But the good thing and the one thing I'll take away from this, who knows if it actually translates to the regular season if results don't get better. Mike Sullivan and associate coach Todd Reardon, for what it's worth, they did switch up the deployment a little bit. Not in the personnel, which is something else they can do heading into the season. And I put that in the article, so I'm not going to mention that here. Mm-hmm. But they switched the deployment with the players on the ice. At one point, Crosby went up high into Malkin's slot on the half wall, and Malkin went back down low. That's a little interesting wrinkle, and I thought it brought a different look, and I think the penalty kill noticed that and had to take that into consideration because the Penguins' power play has been the same for the past 3 seasons, so people know how to defend it. On the other end, whenever that wasn't working, they said, let's try something else. Malkin and Russ switched sides, they each play the high half wall. They switched, and it kind of ran through Brian Rust a little bit, which brought another little wrinkle into this thing because Brian Rust shot the puck more whenever things were run through him than Evgeny Malkin, because it seems like just because they have this much skill, they think that they can do the impossible passes. And don't get me wrong, when it works really well.
Yeah.
But when it doesn't work, it creates high danger opportunities for the other team because you're passing it basically through people's skates that if they catch up on it, they get the puck and it's either an easy clear, which we see so many times with this Penguins power play and have seen it over the past year, or it's a 2-on-1 or a breakaway opportunity, which we saw plenty of on Tuesday. It is still early enough, like we mentioned, 2 weeks until the regular season, but that is such a glaring issue that it needs to be looked at by the Penguins a little bit harder the next couple days of practice.
How many shots on goal did they have in those 18 minutes?
I do not have that metric, but I'm pretty sure it was I think it was 13. So it wasn't like they weren't shooting the puck at all, but 13 shots on 9 power play opportunities. How many of those were just kind of throw it at the net because we're running out of time? And also, how many of those were the second unit? Because the second unit got plenty of time.
Oh yeah, you would assume so. Like you said, 18 minutes is a third of the game, damn near. So yeah, I just want to know how many shots because that's another thing. Like if you're not even getting your opportunities on net, you're doing something completely wrong. But yeah, it's something that just needs to be fixed because this is something we've been talking about since last year. We know all 5 of these guys can find the back of the net with ease.
Yeah,
we know that. It's a matter of now doing it because having the man advantage is such a big advantage to the game.